Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Today we've got our NBA predictions for January 26th here on Sunday. And yes, there is only one game in the NBA today, but I did promise we're going to do some other stuff today along with our one NBA prediction, the one game being the Oklahoma City Thunder hosting the Portland Trailblazers, obviously here in OKC. But we've got more things to discuss today because after I give you guys the daily prediction with the Trailblazers and the Thunder, which I feel like is a little obvious, but we'll get to that, I am going to do a PowerPoint presentation on why Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is the best player in the NBA and why he is the MVP here in 2024-2025. So stay tuned to that. We do have a prediction for today. And folks, if you haven't yet though, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below for some more daily NBA predictions here on the channel. Earlier today, we posted our daily college, later today, we're actually going to be posting our weekly UFC predictions. Israel Adesanya, Nasruddin Imavov in the main event this weekend from the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. That will be going out at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. Also, our our NFL predictions are on the channel as well. Obviously, the games are starting very soon today with the NFC and the AFC Championship games. Make sure to go check that video out, along again with what I was referring to earlier, our college basketball best bets, which are daily on the channel. That video was posted earlier today, so make sure to check that one out. That video went up at 7 a.m. today here on the channel on the West Coast. 10 a.m. obviously on the East Coast. Okay, here is the one NBA game today, obviously from the Paycor Arena, the OKC Thunder taking on the Portland Trailblazers. Well, you know, this prediction is kind of self-explanatory. The Oklahoma City Thunder should beat the Portland Trailblazers. This Thunder team is 36-8. They are the best team in the National Basketball Association now, with the Cleveland Cavaliers' loss yesterday to the Houston Rockets. Cleveland is now 36-9, OKC 36-8. The Thunder, as long as they can win tonight, will again put themselves in first, I guess, in the total NBA standings, but who cares, obviously, East and West. But OKC is just that good, 36-8 this season, and they've been doing it again without their star center in Chet Holmgren, who's been out for majority of the season. And you just got to give all the credit in the world to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Again, trust me, we're going to talk just specifically about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander in a little bit. But the Thunder have been that good this season, and it's been because of what SGA has been able to do. SGA is that dominant. He averages 32 points a game, and he leads this Thunder team almost every single night. Now, OKC is coming off a loss. On Thursday, they lost at home to the Dallas Mavericks, a Mavericks team that just has their number. It's weird. Dallas just is able to beat them. They beat them twice in the last couple weeks, and then Dallas also beat them in November as well. So again, OKC, over a third of their losses are the Dallas Mavericks. Dallas has got them 3 times this year in the regular season, and of course last year they got him in the postseason as well in the Western Conference semifinals. So that's a team, again, we've talked about it before, that's a team OKC does not want to see in the playoffs. I mean, I think the Thunder right now, I still think they're the best team in the NBA. I do think they're the team that's likely going to win the NBA championship this year, even though, I'm not going to lie, the Lakers keep on selling me more and more. I'm not going to lie. Not like selling me in a bad way. Like, I keep getting sold further towards the Los Angeles Lakers. Guys, that team's good. It's a really good team that the Lakers are putting together. Well, not putting together, but they're just playing really good basketball right now. You add Vando back into the lineup. Guys, imagine if they trade Rui Hachimura, who I like. But hell, DFS in the starting lineup's working right now. We saw it against the Warriors yesterday. Imagine if the Lakers were to trade Rui Hachimura and some picks and, like, I don't know, Jalen Hood-Schifino to the Utah Jazz for Walker Kessler. Let's make it happen. If they can get Walker Kessler on that team, oh my goodness, the Lakers are winning the chip this year, I think. But of course, OKC is the other team that's the one team I'd be scared about. As a Lakers fan, it's OKC and it's obviously Denver still as well. I just think it's going to be incredibly tough to beat Shai Gilgeous-Alexander in a 7-game series. The way he's playing this year, best player in the NBA, best scorer in the league as well, and he's doing this again right now without his 2 bigs in Chet and Isaiah Hartenstein. So what are the Thunder opting to do with Hartenstein out of the lineup? Well, they were playing Jalen Williams at the 5. Hartenstein is back now, obviously, but I mean, they were going through a stretch with no Hartenstein and no Holmgren. And Shai was still putting up 54 points in wins, again, over Utah, but still, Shai's still scoring 54 points and leading his team to victory. So OKC tonight is going to be without Lou Dort. He's going to be out this game due to right knee soreness. Chet is getting closer and closer to coming back, but Holmgren, I think, is still, 2 months away, which is fine. He'll be back for the postseason, but what role does Chet play in the playoffs, obviously, with Hartenstein starting the entire year? This is an interesting spot because Portland has won, 4 games in a row now? The Trailblazers have won 4 in a row. They beat the Bulls in Portland, back-to-back wins on the road in Miami and Orlando, and then another one in Charlotte the other night against the Hornets. And again, it's that guard play. We mention it all the time with Portland. It's the guard play that wins them games, especially from the point guard position. We're talking about Simons. We're talking about Scoot Henderson. Henderson is coming on even more in his sophomore year in the NBA, and Anfernee Simons is the best player on this Portland Trailblazers team. Portland's going to be without DeAndre Ayton in this game. Ayton's been ruled out with a knee injury, so it is what it is. That means likely Donovan Clingan will be in the starting lineup tonight, and then Robert Williams will just see extended minutes tonight at the 5 as well. I like OKC, though, on this spot. I do like the Thunder to cover, too. I think this is kind of a letdown spot for Portland. They've been on a run. They've won 4 in a row, but who have they beat? You know, they beat an Orlando team that's been struggling. They beat a Miami team where, again, they're just dealing with the whole Jimmy Butler stuff. They beat Chicago, who, that's not a bad victory, but Chicago's very off and on sometimes, and they beat Charlotte without LaMelo Ball, right? It's just, I think now they roll into OKC, and the Thunder completely just run over this basketball team. Again, the game's in Oklahoma City. Isaiah Hartenstein is officially healthy again. Yes, Lou Dort is out for OKC, which sucks, but then you probably just enter Aaron Wiggins in the starting lineup, I would think, or maybe Caruso just plays and they play super small. I think it'll be Aaron Wiggins, but it might be Caruso, or they could play Isaiah Joe. I don't know. One of those guys are going to start. They could play Jalen Williams. They could go South Carolina Jalen Williams at the 3, and then Arkansas Jalen Williams at the 4, but they'll probably just go Aaron Wiggins, I think. I don't know. Regardless, the Thunder should win. As long as SGA is in the court, the Thunder win basketball games. SGA is the best player in the NBA for a reason. The Thunder win the basketball game. They are minus 800 favorites. They get the win, and they also cover the 12.5 points at home as well. So again, they have the best player in the NBA, but you know what? Why is he the best player in the NBA? Guys, do I have something to present to you today? Why Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is the best player in the NBA, and why he is the most valuable player in the NBA. Reason number 1, the Thunder have the best record in the NBA. See, I got graphics for you guys too. Now, these standings aren't completely updated. I did this earlier in the day, but now OKC 36-9, Cleveland 36-8, Cleveland 36-9. The Thunder have the best record in the NBA, and who's their best player? That guy, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who leads the NBA in points per game. Giannis, 31.5 points a game. Jokic, 30 points a game. LaMelo Ball, 29. Jason Tatum, 27. Well, no, the leading scorer in the entire league is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, with 32 points per game, shooting at a 53% rate as well. 5 boards, 6 assists. He's 20th in the NBA in assists as well, with all of those points scored as well. We're not going to talk about Jokic's assist numbers, but still, Shai's been that damn good. Reason number 3, OKC's been dealing with injury problems all year long. At the beginning of the season, he doesn't have Isaiah Hartenstein. Then he loses Chet Holmgren. And then recently, Hartenstein was out for a couple games as well. What does Shai do? He pushes through. He's a leader. He leads his team to victory. And the Thunder find ways to win because of Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, with or without their big men who are very valuable to the team. Obviously, we're talking Chet. We're talking Hartenstein. But you know what the only constant factor is on the Oklahoma City Thunder? It is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Next up, the supporting cast. Guys, don't get me wrong, I love these guys. I love the Shai Glazers. I love the team they have around Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. I like all these guys as players, but this is the supporting cast Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has with the best record in the NBA. Guys, when we think about some of these premier teams and the super teams in the NBA, you think of LeBron, D-Wade, Bosh in the Heat, teams that have had the best record in the NBA. You think about the Warriors when they were loaded with KD, Curry, Clay. You think about the Cavs with LeBron, Kyrie. You think about how the Celtics right now at Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Kristaps Porzingis. You think about all these great teams. You think about the Lakers when they won the championship with LeBron, with AD, with Alex Caruso, and well, okay, that doesn't help because Caruso's on this graphic too. But you think about like those great Lakers teams when they had Kuzma, they had Dwight Howard, they had this great supporting cast. You think about the Spurs with Kawhi, Duncan, Parker, Ginobili, Boris Diaw. They had all these great players. I don't know why I brought up Boris Diaw, but they have all these great players. Guys, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, again, I like all these guys, but this is the supporting cast. Jalen Williams, who's, Jalen Williams, Santa Clara, Jalen Williams, probably an all-star. But again, he's an all-star because of the success that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander presents, okay? Kaysen Wallace, Lou Dort, Alex Caruso. I love these guys. I think these are the guys who are going to win a championship this year in Oklahoma City if the Lakers don't do it. So that's great. But this is the supporting cast Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has with the best record in the NBA. Just compare that to what, hell, Jokic has. I know people are, sometimes Nuggets fans complain about what's around Jokic. It's a better supporting cast than this. Jamal Murray, MPJ, Aaron Gordon, Christian Brown, Russell Westbrook. It's a better supporting cast than this, I'll be honest with you. Hell, look at Boston right now. Come on now. Shai's got this with the best record in the NBA. Hell, look what Cleveland has. Everyone can shoot on that team. And yes, OKC's very good too, but look what Cleveland has compared to what OKC has. Again, the Thunder, not like these guys are bad at all. I think these guys are great players. Just comparatively speaking to the rest of the league and the rest of the elite teams in the past we've seen in the NBA. And this is what Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is doing with this squad. Next, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, the 50-point explosion. Guys, it was a big topic of discussion. Oh, Shai can't score more than 40. He can't score more than 50. He can't go off. Well, what did he do this season? He showed you a couple nights ago, 54 points, 8 boards, 5 assists, but again, 54 points. He's more than capable. He's not just a guy who's going to give you the 28, 29, 30, 31. No, Shai can score the 50. He can do it, and he's more than capable. Next, the respect from the peers. Guys, we got to mention it. Anthony Edwards said it himself. The quote by Ant, and I quote, "The MVP of the NBA. He's unguardable. I feel like he should have won it last year. I agree. Shai should be going for back-to-back NBA championships. 1 seed last year in the playoffs in the Western Conference, 1 seed this year most likely. He's got the respect from the peers. He's earned it." And Shai again, hey, Ant saying it himself, this is the best player in the league. Also, two-time All-Star Game starter. He did it last year. He's doing it again this year. A couple years ago, 3 years ago in 2023. He was an All-Star Game, he wasn't a starter, but he's in the All-Star Game as well. He's building up the resume now. Back-to-back seasons, All-Star Game starter, now a 3-time All-Star as well. Again, the credentials keep on building for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Next up, he's just a winner, man. He's just a winner. Found this tweet by Thunder Focus on Twitter. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has the highest win shares per minute by a point guard ever. More than 2016 Steph Curry. Guys, we're talking historical talk now with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. All-time stuff from Shai. That's how great this guy is. No, this isn't just a 1-year, 2-year thing. No, Shai is going to go down as one of the all-time greats. Also, OKC's better than Denver. Why? Because of Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. The supporting cast that Jokic has is better. It is. They've won before, sure. But they didn't have to deal with a Shai-led OKC Thunder team. That's the difference. It's, again, they're just the better basketball team this year. So this is the MVP conversation you want to have. Shai with OKC or Jokic with Denver. But again, who's the 1 seed? And who's the 4 seed? Who lost to the Washington Wizards this year? Yeah, that Washington team with 6 wins. Who lost to them? Right. It wasn't Shai. And finally, he's got aura, man. I mean, just look at this. Look how his teammates react to him when he's just giving a post-game interview. Look at both Jalen Williamses. Just the aura radiates through Oklahoma City. God, that's all-time glazing. All right. Guys, I do believe all of this. This is half satire at the same time, but I do truly believe Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is the best player in the NBA. I'm just, I'm getting a little carried away with the glazing here, but he's got aura, man. It's just like, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Okay, folks, that'll do it for our daily NBA predictions here for January 26th. If you haven't yet, though, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below for more. Make sure to leave a like if you did enjoy the video. Make sure to comment if you do disagree with any of the picks. Folks, thank y'all for watching, and Mamba forever.